get it all settled, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce, ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this, ayy. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that, okay, yeah, then I hit that,
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new. Check and put 100 out.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Soldier Field. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
First down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Chris Jones.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over
at their own 30-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were, and nothing but daylight ahead. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ball carrier taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
That's good.
A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 8 yards out. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan there on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
With the give to Ezekiel Elliott. Taken down at the 41.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Ezekiel Elliott.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First down, Dallas.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Cedric Wilson, 33 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
7. Bears 6.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Trubisky. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of
that 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
At the 4-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
First and goal, Dallas.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dallas.
Taking it in from a yard out, and the Cowboys will extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Taken in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on second down, Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They're going on fourth down. It's Trubisky. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A second and 11 from the 19. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's third down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Cooper again the target, but it's going to be second down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And again, it's Prescott. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Third and long for Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Cooper, incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, you got nothing today. You got nothing.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And able to find Graham, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Good.
First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Down the numbers. There he goes.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 55 yards. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Prescott to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On the return is Cohen. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now Trubisky on first down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On first down, it's Montgomery. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Man, I got you. Check 55. Check.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. That into the hands of his tight end, Holtz. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
36. Undercrunch.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw.
Incomplete.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go down Liam again. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
On 3rd down, Elliott.
3rd down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Bears 19, Cowboys 14. Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes Cohen. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Trubisky. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
Trubisky's pass.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
On 3rd and short to give it the tight end. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He goes full extension, and he's got it. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you. This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball a 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it, and he finds his tight end, Graham. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Trubisky to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. He goes to Lamb again. This time he's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. One last shot now for Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
mug on a billboard. Thank the good Lord I'm gifted. Oh, overflowing with the sauce. I'm never holding back. I'm going in. Casket, no turning tragedy to tragic. Before you knew what happened, ain't no explanation. This is second nature. All is automatic. Caught up. Jesus, well.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
2nd down at 4. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on
that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The Baltimore ball carrier. Damian Wilson on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run out for the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Devin Duvernay. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
At the 43.
It's a gain of 9. 1st down, Baltimore.
Well,
they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got Snead. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. On the counter, Ingram. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 39, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle.
Jackson.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue him a little bit.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 35 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Worried about your hands though.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10.
Do what we do. Do what we do.
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 77 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. They caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right here.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Up 2nd and 7.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Ravens 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Returning it, Justice Hill. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 70 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
space to maneuver at the 40. It's complete to Snead.
Jackson.
And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Jackson throwing here, complete to Boyle. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Kansas City defense, tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're running. Ingram. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
It's a gain of 10.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
At the 8-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes buying time to his left. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete.
Mahomes pass intended for Mecole Hardman.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Pulled in at the 24. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here.
Of the 3rd quarter.
As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Not much there, only a yard. Now it's 2nd and 9.
The 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Raven, 1st down.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. first and 10. It's Jackson. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll have a first down and more past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Kansas City.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, if I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up second down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained.
Going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round.
Go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run. 58.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Mike, 58, right there. It's just me and you. It's 18.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ward on the stop.
Jihad Ward in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff to Ingram.
Offensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 7.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Ingram. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down, Baltimore.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he takes us beyond the... .35 before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Kansas.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. What a great start. You get the points on the first drive of the game. Now here you get an interception. Look to add to your lead.
And I just wonder about the strategy we saw coming right back at them. Yeah, they're down, but I felt like they were pressing it too much. They didn't need to play catch-up this early in the game, and it ended up costing them.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Here's Hardman to return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Kansas City.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the left. Last 2 plays, they've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got to step it up. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
56.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 88 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
When you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tyrann Mathieu on the
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
brought down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards the pickup. First down, Baltimore.
And a Raven first down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Throwing on second and 8. Jackson escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds. So they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually. And they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. 3 yards remain for second down. Ingram again. And he's got some space. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
The 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Mahomes now on 1st down. That one complete to Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Nicole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter.
The game at 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ingram. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Check four. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch twits.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possession.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
Marquise Brown.
A big play that time for the Ravens. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Jackson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete. down and goal from the 5-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Throwing now is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick.
Today's final score, Chiefs.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis flash. If I finally starting to realize, never give up and go. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer with media. Keep us blind, a good heart is not hard to find. My structure right. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. When it ties in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was clutter. Doing this so subtle, fumbling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top always gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only been for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution, maybe not should I do it. Just put it in the music, just put it in the music. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give